The air still smelled of scorched earth and lingering chakra. The battle had been insane, a whirlwind of Rasenkans and chakra blades tearing through the landscape around Konoha. Boruto and Kawaki, united by desperate necessity, had achieved the unthinkable, forcing Jura and his Shinju allies to retreat. Jura, the most articulate and dangerous being born from the claw grimes, stopped atop a distant mountain, watching the silhouette of the Hidden Leaf village. His hunt for Naruto had been thwarted by Kawaki's unexpected intervention and Boruto's new and terrifying technique. For a being with the longevity of an Otsutsuki, time was irrelevant. A temporary defeat was merely a tactical setback. The prey is guarded by a watchdog fiercer than expected, and the parasite, it evolved. We will withdraw. Time is on our side. The harvest is inevitable, and patience is the virtue of gods. Jura murmured, his voice carrying the cold calm of a predator. And so the ultimate threat vanished into the shadows, taking the other Shinju with him. On the battlefield, Kawaki and Boruto stared at one another. The hatred between them was palpable, yet an unspoken truce hung in the air. Their former enemy, Code, had long since disappeared, humiliated and irrelevant after being surpassed on all sides. Now the threat was greater, more existential. Boruto, hardened by exile and pain, knew he couldn't defeat Ada's omnipotence through force. Konoha's reality was an unshakable lie. To everyone, Kawaki was the seventh Hokage's son, and Boruto was the traitor. "You know this can't last, Kawaki," Boruto said quietly but firmly. Kawaki only clenched his fists. "I'm protecting the seventh. You're the threat." No, the threat retreated, and I will too, not to run, but to investigate. Jura and Code didn't disappear forever. While I'm gone, you maintain the peace. If Konoha falls, the seventh sacrifice will be meaningless. It's a silent agreement. You protect the village you believe is yours, and I hunt the demons threatening all of us. Kawaki hesitated, but Boruto's cold logic was undeniable. Naruto's safety came first. He nodded, a minimal gesture, yet enough. Boruto vanished into the smoke, taking hope and truth with him. The only person in Konoha who witnessed the agreement and understood the depth of the sacrifice was Sarada Uchiha. Immune to omnipotence, she bore the burden of truth. In secret meetings under moonlight, Boruto and Sarada exchanged information and strategies. She was Boruto's link to the village, the guardian of the memory of who he really was. And so 15 years passed. The ninja world settled into a tense peace. Kawaki, the Hokage's son, became a figure of power and influence, the right hand of Shikamaru Nara, the interim 8th Hokage. Boruto Uzumaki became a dark legend, the enemy who never returned. The Hokage's office. The Hokage's office was thick with restrained anxiety. Shikamaru, now carrying worry lines deeper than his father's, rubbed his temples. Kawaki stood beside him, expressionless, steel in his gaze. "It's been 3 months, Shikamaru. 3 months since Sarada Uchiha left on her mission. That's not normal, even for her," Kawaki said gravely. Shikamaru sighed. "I know. Sarada's always been independent, but she always sends word. And this mission, it was Kabuto's request at the orphanage. Routine." Over the past 15 years, Kawaki's influence over Shikamaru had grown exponentially.
Kawaki, the hero who saved the village from the traitor Boruto, had become the voice of security. He convinced Shikamaru to monitor Sarada closely. Sasuke's daughter, always on solo missions and questioning orders, was an anomaly omnipotence couldn't fully erase. She's the traitor's ally, the last person to see Boruto before he vanished. Her loyalty's always been questionable. I told you, Hokage, she's involved in something, Kawaki pressed. Shikamaru relented. Fine. Call the Anbu, elite team, search and rescue, maximum priority. Start at the orphanage. The Anbu team arrived at the orphanage, led by a masked, silent ninja. The place, run by Kabuto Yakushi, radiated calm normalcy. Kabuto, older but still enigmatic, greeted them. Sarada? Yes, she came 3 months ago, helped with supply issues. She left shortly after, Kabuto explained, his glasses catching the light. Ignoring him, the Anbu leader ordered a full sweep. They discovered a back room recently occupied, ninja history books, maps in a small altar holding a faded photo of Naruto and Hinata. Then, a creak from the attic. The Anbu rushed up, prepared for combat. Instead, they found a child. The boy sat curled in a corner, reading an ancient scroll. He looked about 11 or 12, the age Boruto would have been if time had stopped. His features were unmistakably Uzumaki, piercing blue eyes and premature determination. But his hair, bright red like Kushina's, stunned them. "Who are you? Why are you hiding here?" demanded the Anbu leader. The boy calmly closed the scroll. Kabuto appeared behind them, mildly surprised. "Ah, him. A boy who showed up recently. Very reserved. I assumed he was an orphan from another village." The Anbu ignored Kabuto. The resemblance to Boruto was undeniable. Orders were clear. Anything tied to Sarada or Boruto went to the Hokage. "You're coming with us, now." The red-haired boy didn't resist. He smirked, an eerily reminiscent grin of Boruto's youthful arrogance.
The return to the Hokage Tower was tense. Shackled with chakra suppression seals, the boy walked silently between Anbu escorts. They passed through the Absolute Secrecy Wing, Konoha's underground archive of forbidden jutsu, legendary weapons, and untouched historical records immune to omnipotence. Then he moved, not with brute force, but speed and precision that defied the seals. In a blink, he slipped free. Before the Anbu could react, he reached the vault door. With a fingertip, he touched the protective seal, which dissolved into smoke. He grabbed several scrolls and vanished into the maze of corridors before alarms could even be raised. Sirens echoed through the tower. Shikamaru and Kawaki received the news immediately. Maximum priority. All Konoha ninja, search and capture squads, find the red-haired boy, Shikamaru shouted. The illusion of peace shattered. The hunt began. Sunset painted the forest of death, ironically the safest place for truth seekers. The red-haired boy sat on a fallen log, stolen scrolls spread around him, flipping through them with astonishing speed. "You were quick, Soruto," came a soft but firm voice. Sarada Uchiha stepped out from behind a tree, her Sharingan active. "You did well. Breaking those seals is something even your father couldn't do at your age. You're the best of us, my son." Soruto pointed to a scroll.
I know what Uncle Kawaki is planning. He's using the Hokage to consolidate power and make sure omnipotence is never undone. But I found something. I think we can reverse it. Not just free Grandpa Naruto and Grandma Hinata, but undo omnipotence itself. Sarada's eyes widened. Reversing omnipotence is dangerous, Soruto. You could die. It's the only way, Mom. Dad said so. I'm the only one who can. A third figure descended gracefully from the trees. Boruto Uzumaki, scarred, older, carrying the weight of exile, smiled tiredly, proudly. You really are a genius, Soruto, but you're not alone. He placed a hand on the boy's shoulder. You carry Uzumaki blood, the Uchiha Sharingan, and the will of both. You're our last hope, my son. Boruto looked at Sarada, a glance filled with love and sacrifice. You did the hardest part. You kept him safe and taught him the truth. Now it's my turn. He turned toward Konoha. Soruto Uzumaki, it's time to save your grandfather.